Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are bending notes. Just as a reminder, it's quarantine time, so for the next 30 days we cannot leave the house. But this is a great opportunity to learn something new, and I'm learning the harmonica. This channel is all about my journey from zero to knowing something about the harmonica. So, before we begin, I have something to share with you. I've been searching all over the internet, and the only way you can be considered a true harmonica player is if you are able to bend notes. So guess what we are going to do today? We are going to bend notes. In order to understand what note bending is, let's have a closer look at the harmonica. I have here a C major diatonic harmonica with 10 holes like the one I'm using. And we saw in the previous episode that blowing and drawing from any of these holes is going to produce a different sound. So for instance, blowing is going to produce the sound C, E, and G repeated across the holes, and drawing is going to produce a different set of sounds, usually complementary to the ones on the blowing. One thing to notice here is that few notes are missing. For instance, there's no D flat or C sharp or any of the semitone changed notes. So what happens if you want to produce those sounds? Well, this is where bending comes in. And bending comes in two flavors. There's a blow bend and there's a draw bend. The blow bend happens on holes 8, 9, and 10. And what it basically does is it brings the pitch of those notes down one semitone. So the E on hole 8 becomes an E flat, the G on hole 9 becomes a G flat, and the C on hole 10 can be bent so much that it can become either a B or a B flat. Draw bends are very similar, but on a different set of holes, usually on the lower number holes, and that would be holes number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Similar concept here as well. The D can be bent down to a D flat, the G can be bent down to a G flat or an F, depending how much we do the bend. Hole number 3 is very special because you can bend it so much that that B becomes either a B flat, or an A flat. And then holes number 4 and 6 can be brought down one semitone. In this video, we will focus only on the draw bend for hole number 4. And the exercise that we are going to practice is bringing that D into a D flat. One of the things to notice is that in this example, I'm using a C major diatonic harmonica. What that means is that the notes for the blow on holes number 1, 4, 7, and 10 are going to be C. And if you have, for instance, an A major diatonic harmonica, all of these notes are going to be shifted by the amount of semitones between A and C. Also, the fact that it's a C major harmonica is important. If this was a C minor diatonic harmonica, the notes of E and G for the blow would be different, and some of the draw notes would be different as well. But enough with the theory, let's get into practice. And actually, before even touching the harmonica, let's practice without. So what I learned is that what I should be focusing on is something I already know, such that I can transfer that knowledge onto the harmonica. And what I know already is whistling. So first thing, because we are practicing bending the notes on the draw, I will practice whistling by drawing air inwards. So there will be something like, and what I have to practice now is to take that pitch and move it down. So I'm not very good at it, so what I will do now is I'm just going to practice a lot. Don't forget to drink water. Okay, so while of that practice, the idea is that I can check what is happening with my throat, with my jaw, while I'm moving the pitch down when whistling inwards, and I can take exactly that and apply it to the harmonica. On note 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, I should be able to bend the note downwards on the draw. So let me just try that. I will try just with hole number 4. That's what most tutorials on the internet focus on. So let's see how that goes. So you must agree with me, it's getting there, but it's not there yet. And the question now is, how far away are we? And in order to find out, let's head over to the laptop and show you a little trick. The exercise for today is quite simple. Take the D note, which is the 4th hole draw, and bend it down 1 semitone to a D flat. That takes quite a lot of practice and it will quickly become boring. So one way that I found to keep myself motivated and see progress was using a tuner in order to assess my pitch. What a tuner does is it listens to you and it tells you back the pitch that you are currently producing. If you have a professional one, maybe you use it for your guitar, you can use that one. But if you don't, there's no problem. There are plenty online, and one that I found particularly intuitive and really nice to work with is tuner.ninja. I have no affiliation with this, I just think it's a great product. So the exercise that we're going to try today is taking the D and bending it down to a D flat, which is the same as a C sharp. So in this video, I will start from the D over here on the right and try to bend the note down to this C sharp. What you have to do is open your browser, navigate to tuner.ninja, just that, no .com at the end, press enter and you are on the website. You press this green button and it's going to ask you for permissions for microphone, which you have to allow such that it can listen to your harmonica. So I'm going to allow that, and as I speak, you will see that this is probably going to start working already. It's trying to assess the pitch of my voice. Apparently I'm already speaking in a D sharp, but your pitch might be higher or lower. But let's get to the harmonica. This is not perfectly a D, probably because my harmonica is a cheap one and doesn't produce the perfect D sound, or maybe the microphone on my laptop is not good enough, but that doesn't matter. What we want is, again, take the D and bend it down to the C sharp. So let's see how that works. So initially, probably you will only get this much, but the more you practice, the closer you will get to the C sharp. So let me do my best attempt right now. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. Since I filmed that video, I learned a new trick which I really want to share with you because it fits in the theme. So if you're like me and couldn't bend very well, there is a quick hack that you can use, and that is to physically bend the harmonica upwards, and more importantly, follow with the bottom lip, follow the curvature with the bottom lip, and that is going to give you a quick bend. It's not a proper way, but it's going to give you a good moral boost. So for that, let me show you. So really what I'm doing is I'm starting from here, bringing it all the way up, but also following up with the lower lip, and that will probably give you something like this. All right. I want to share with you a very simple brain trick that you can use to learn anything you want, and let's see how it applies to bending the notes. This trick is a 3-step process. Number 1, find your hook. Not this hook, a metaphorical hook. What you want is to figure out something that you know already that you can apply on the new skill. So in the case of the harmonica, in the case of bending the notes for the harmonica, the closest thing that resembles bending the notes on the harmonica is changing the pitch of your whistle when you are inhaling. So you can map something like to a harmonica, and say number 2. Once you figure out what you know and what you don't know, practice the transition. This will usually be a very boring process. So it will be for the note bending, it will be pretty much just practicing over and over and over, drawing on the fourth hole and adjusting your jaw, adjusting your mouth, adjusting your tongue, adjusting your lips, adjusting your throat, just to try to get that semitone lower that you're trying to achieve. And just practice over and over and over, like this. And number 3, take the boring process and make it fun. Make it a challenge. Challenge yourself, challenge someone else, make a game out of it, see how you improve at it every single day, make it measurable. This is going to help you keep practicing and not get bored and put the harmonica away and call it a day. Okay, so let's summarize what we learned in this episode. Number 1, in order to be a true harmonica player, you have to be able to bend notes. Bending notes means changing the pitch of the note that you are either blowing or drawing. We are practicing over and over and over bending the fourth hole draw. And in order to do that, we have to map something that we know already, which is whistling, to something very new, which is the harmonica. It's very hard to explain how exactly that mapping from whistling to the harmonica actually works. And even I don't do it properly yet. I'm just starting to learn. But I hope that I could build a framework that you can use, practice along with me, and maybe let me know in the comment section below, how did it go for you and what really helped you? Because to me, the most useful thing was gamifying this whole process through watching exactly the pitch on a real-time toner. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to hear about my next episode. Give a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and let me know what would you want to see in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.